Hello, gamers. All right, this video officially catches me up on the LOFT character classes videos since I'm putting out one a day for the foreseeable future. Been putting out one a day for a while now. We're making our way through Carcass Crawler number 1. And this particular character class or species may be a little silly. It's nothing I would have come up with for my campaign worlds, but, you know, for over 40 years now, especially back when I was with the main name brand of our favorite game, just because the writers came out with something in a particular expansion that I wasn't necessarily a fan of, didn't mean I disallowed it for other people. So, hey, if you're into it, I will run it for you. So this is from Carcass Crawler Zine number 1, and sometimes zines or magazines have, you know, little extra silly things sometimes. So we'll see what you think about this. The character species is called the Hephaestan, and we know that Hephaestus was the Greek god of forging and fire, and his Roman name was Vulcan. So here's the description from Carcass Crawler number 1. Hephaestans are a race of tall, 6-foot, thin demi-humans with angular features and pointed ears. Some sages claim they are relatives of elves hailing from a distant land or even another world. For their part, Hephaestans are tight-lipped on the subject of their origins. Coldly rational and seemingly without emotion, the Hephaestans are highly skilled in the use of mental powers, which they employ instead of magic. Despite their aloofness, Hephaestans get along well with most intelligent races. So clearly, this is a spoof on Vulcans from Star Trek. Okay, does this mean we're going to have phasers and Ferengi and Romulan? No. But, you know, if there's any Star Trek fans out there, I mean, you know, so you might think that somehow some science team of Vulcans in the Star Trek universe went through a portal or something, or, you know, there's nothing, you know, that is suable here. You know, it's clearly a spoof or a satire or whatever, but if, you know, if you players out there, if you wanted to develop like a Hephaestan nation, or, you know, or if you all wanted to, you know, live long and prosper, that is not logical. And if you wanted to go for that, yeah. I'm just going to GM things. I'm not going to really control what players do. I'm just running the world. So this is one of the options because it's in Old School Essentials Carcass Crawler number 1. What you might want to know if you're thinking about playing one is that if you play a Hephaestan as a character class, they have those full-on mental abilities, like, you know, just like the Vulcans have in the Star Trek show. You know, they've got the mind meld and the nerve pinch and all that. Now, if you play a Hephaestan as a species with a regular character class, if you make one into a magic user or a cleric or a fighter or something or a thief, then they don't have those mental abilities. Then they have the class abilities instead. So apparently, when they take a D&D class, you know, they focus on that instead of the classic mental abilities that we see in the show. But yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe nobody will ever play one. Maybe we'll end up with like an entire nation, and maybe they'll start trying to spell jam and stuff, you know, and I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. We'll see what y'all do with it. So that's Hephaestans. So tomorrow we'll get back to a couple character classes. We'll finish out Carcass Crawler number 1. It finishes out with a couple character classes that are based on your profession or what you do or what your skills are as opposed to your species. So we'll get back to that tomorrow. In the meantime, I'll see you around the gaming table.